I was trying to figure out how. I was like, just so like, do you want me to start this, or how do you want to do this, or are we gonna be like, oh, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Scooge.
What's up, Scooge Nash?
What's, what's up, Scooge gang?
What's up, Scooge Gang?
Happy to see you guys again from the Reddit. Hello, fellas.
From the Reddit.
I don't know. I'm just saying stuff.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Scooge Podcast. It's been a while. It has indeed been a while.
It's been a minute.
It has indeed been a minute. We've kind of been off the grid a little bit. We came back shortly just because, you know, Joseph and I, we talked about No Way Home for so damn long that we had to like drop an episode, you know, even though we weren't really being active on Scooge, we knew we had to drop that episode because we just talked about so much. But I think it's about time we get off our asses and start recording some more episodes. But
Yep.
Mr. J Mash is currently in a personal predicament. I mean, I could just go ahead and air it out. We had to let J Mash go.
Oh, I thought you were gonna tell them the actual truth.
That is the actual truth.
The actual truth is, J-Mash is in jail, guys. Like, he got arrested.
So make sure to go to our support link. Drop some money there. Save the J Mash.
We gotta bail him out. We need a third co-host.
We do. So you can audition. Just go to the Scooge subreddit or reach us through Twitter. Just like
reach us through our friend Fizzgig. That is who you have to reach us through.
Reach us through Fizzgig. Even though maybe maybe you don't know him, but just find him. It's Fizzgig with 2 eyes. Just send him random DMs about auditions.
That'd be so funny.
But yeah, so just send in auditions through Fizzgig's, Twitter. Just DM him. Just send in a little audio clip of you. Say, hey, I don't know, just talk about a movie you like, and we'll if you're charismatic, if you're funny, we might consider.
Wait, what? Wait. We can't get somebody that's charismatic and funny, because then they'd outshine us.
Okay, just match the energy of J-Mash. I mean, you could just send in a recording just saying absolutely nothing, and I think that would match the energy levels.
That would be perfect.
If you want to be a co-host, to butt in every so often, about, I don't know, correcting someone, or just, if you know the podcast, you know how it works with J-Mash. So if you could be the next J-Mash, just send a DM to Fizzgig on Twitter. But also something else that would help us if you could just donate to us. Save the J-Mash Fund. What's the bell? What was it? It was like,
we got a bill?
Yeah.
Oh, I already forgot what we were talking about.
What was J-Mash's bell?
It was like a good 200.
Yeah.
It's like nothing too bad, but I mean he's he's a delinquent. I have to say it. He's a delinquent. You guys probably don't know that about J-Mash.
That's the reason we haven't been putting these episodes out. And we were on camera, but I deep faked J-Mash's camera. He was really calling from jail.
Yeah.
So, we had that little bit of time with J-Mash in order to get the Spider-Man recording, but that's all we could get. That's all that they could offer us. So make sure to donate to the Rescue the J-Mash Fund, or just DM Fizzgig on Twitter. Either one of those will work, But don't contact us. Don't reach us.
No, no, definitely not.
Please don't contact us. All right.
I'd hate that.
Yeah. If you contact us, we're just gonna reject the application straight up. So if you want your best chances, just DM Fisky.
Listen, JMash doesn't even contact us, so if you contact us, you definitely will not make it.
You'll throw off the vibes. It's like, well, that's not something JMash would do.
Yeah. So. We only expect messages through GIFs as well, so you gotta send your audition through a GIF.
But what episode is this?
Oh, that's a good question. I think 29, maybe?
You were so full of shit with that answer.
No, I know. I recently saw the Guardians episode, and I think that was 28. That's why I think this is 29.
The Guardians was 25.
Was it?
Yeah.
Jesus. Oh, no, I got all the dates mixed up then.
This is episode 34.
Holy fuck. It's been like 10 episodes since the Guardians episode.
Yeah. Well, it's been like half a year since the Guardians episode.
Jesus Christ, where have I been?
Which is crazy. Yeah. It does seem like we just shot that one not too long ago.
Yeah.
Because I remember like the connection issues you were having at the very beginning. Or like,
don't remind me.
Are we gonna have to reschedule?
Are we gonna have to kick Darius out and just do this by ourselves?
No, cause oh man, it was. Even with you there, it was kind of hard for me to even talk about that movie. So I'm glad you're there to at least, You certainly served the purpose there, because you have made that bold claim. But it just so happens to work out that J-Mash became a delinquent that Scooter was gonna join us anyway on these episodes. So
yeah, it actually was.
He was gonna watch these regardless. So it's good that it's just me and him now. For the time being, at least.
Yet again, I come back for Guardians.
Yeah, another guard. Yeah, he comes back for Guardians, and he had never seen. Well, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
Next movie in the line of events is Guardians of the Galaxy Vol.2. So,
do you have some sort of a description? I know J-Match likes putting you on the spot for these descriptions now.
I know. I guess it's par for the course that I have a synopsis for not just for Guardians, but every Marvel movie. So let me pull up one right quick.
Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Daddy's Home. That's a good summary right there, mate.
You know what? I'm not gonna do it in any sort of like essay way. I'm just gonna say it, how I would talk to other people. Okay, so basically, Peter Quill, he's Spider-Man.
He's Spider-Man. He's the new Spider-Man.
He is the new He is also Mario.
And Uncle Ben comes back, aka Princess Peach.
But no, his dad tracks down Peter finally, and he learns that he's half god, celestial being, essentially. Gamora and what's her face duke it out some more. What was her name?
Nebula.
Nebula, yeah. I was just about to say it. I know how hard you sent for her last Guardians episode.
I have it right here on my notes. Karen Gillan reprised the role as Nebula. Just thought I'd inform that for the world.
Rocket Raccoon is still Rocket Raccoon.
Rocket Ralph.
And where's some other important details about this film? Now, on the surface, just me explaining the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, and if you know my opinions about the first one, you probably think I'm just about to shit on this one. But I've come here to say that I think this is actually a good movie. Which I know is shocking. Maybe shocking to some people for me to say that. Which I've discussed with J-Mash in prior episodes. It's like, I remember liking Guardians 2 more. And that still stands to this day, but I think I'm way more favorable of it than I was, you know, when I first watched it. Which when I first watched it, I watched it like a shitload of times, like 3 or 4 times within, the first year it came out. And I still wasn't like crazy about it, but I guess, sometimes it takes a while for taste to set in, and I don't know, I just finally came around to it, and I can say I like it now, I think the jokes land a lot better than the first one. The characters are realized, and we finally have the Guardians as we know it. I guess getting to know myself, I just don't like origin story. I don't like seeing these people backgrounds and then coming together, and it's already like more than halfway through the movie before they actually do anything. You know what I mean? So they're already established Guardians of the Galaxy, and it feels like a much more self-contained Guardians storyline than like a bigger, a small piece of the puzzle to this bigger MCU story arc. That's how I felt. Like,
Yeah.
obviously there's connections, but it just feels like we got like a standalone Guardians movie, which is what I've wanted, so. Or one of the complaints I've discussed in the Guardians episode, I was like, I just want like a Guardians movie. Like, this just feels like it's like not filler, but just like a plot device to carry over to the next storyline to build up Thanos.
I wouldn't even say it was a plot device. Like, for me to give my opinions now, I hate to agree with you. I really do, but I gotta say you're spinning facts right now, mate. You really are. I have right here in my notes.
What's I thought you wouldn't agree with me.
It's just one of those things. I like causing debates. I like causing discussions.
That's true. You do normally take J Mash's side.
I have it right here in my notes. I was like, I don't know. Everything just kind of has more time to breathe on the pacing, the jokes, the story. I guess like you said, I kind of don't like origin stories. Like, they're fine to an extent, but it just felt like they were trying to do a lot of stuff within the first movie that it just didn't have time to do.
Right.
They had to throw in the exposition and give us information about the stones, introduce us to like the space world of the MCU stuff and celestial beings and everything, and we barely had time for like the actual Guardians. Ronan wasn't even a good villain as well.
Oh my god, Ronan's yeah. We actually got a good villain. I like the villain in this one.
Yeah, we actually got a really good villain in here. And while I will say the story is very cliche, I think the characters carried it pretty well.
Yeah. It's the characters are a lot more likable because I just think they're more fleshed out. It's like, and another problem I have with like origin stories is it goes against the whole writing device of show don't tell. Because when you explore all these characters' backstory and tell every detail about it, there's like no mystique behind it. So like, if you were just going into Guardians of the Galaxy Vol.2, I think that'd be perfectly fine. It's like, oh cool, they're the Guardians and they get into these different conflicts. And it's like, I don't really feel like the first one like led us to this point or was like justifiable. Maybe justifiable in the whole, MCU plot, but not in like the Guardians continuation plot.
Yeah, and I feel like they kind of leaned into the goofiness a bit more as well. I think, especially when it comes to Drax. Because I think in the first one, like, if I'm not mistaken, he was more of a serious character. Like a dumb, serious character. But in this one, he had a lot more jokes going about him.
He was more... In the first one, the jokes were that he was the odd man out. Or, like, the fish out of water. But, yeah, in this one, he's a lot more... he's he is spitting jokes. He's like insulting Mantis and all that, and then it's pretty funny. Like none of the jokes worked for me in the first one, but I gotta say, it got a few chuckles out of me the second one.
No, he shouldn't have said. He shouldn't have said Mantis was ugly. That hurt me, mate. That hurt me
Hideous
so
to
bad.
look at.
But you're beautiful on the inside.
Yeah.
That doesn't make up for it.
Well, I mean, it's kind of cool. It's like, well, when you're ugly, you find out the ones who truly love you if you're ugly. Beautiful people don't know who to trust.
Bro, that was low-key deep as hell, mate.
Yeah. And finding out, that Peter's dad put the tumor inside his mom, that was crazy,
That was crazy.
It's like, what? He just like blasts at him like out of nowhere.
I even yelled what? Like I knew what twist was gonna happen because like things are going too great. Like something's crazy is gonna happen.
Right.
But then he just randomly like said it out of nowhere. It's like I had to get rid of your mom. I had to put the tumor inside of her. I was like, wait, what? Why? Why would you tell him that?
It did seem out of left field to tell him, but I don't know. Maybe he thought it was like I don't know.
Yeah, he thought they were just like friends at the bar or something, and he could just say it. Like, yeah, those were old things that happened back in the day. I was a little bit of a jokester, He's like, haha, good old dad. I know you so well from today.
That's like, if you don't know Quill, like that's all that matters to him is his mom and the is it a Walkman that his mom left behind? Was she crushed? And I don't know if this was a joke or not, but they gave Peter Quill a Zune. And
it has to be a joke.
It has to be because it's like these are extremely popular on Earth these days. I'm like, no, no, they are not.
I had this problem with the next movie as well. Like the phones in there as well kind of look older than the time period that the movie is in.
You said wait, say that again. It looked older.
Yeah, like the phones, not necessarily all the technology, just the phones.
Yeah, and that movie did come out in 2018.
They had
or 2017.
audio jacks. They had audio jacks in their phones.
I have an audio jack in my phone.
I have an audio jack in my phone too, but these are older phones.
Well, the movie came out in 2017. I think they went away with audio jacks like what 2019. Wasn't that the introduction of the iPhone 10 or no? I think that was the very next year, 2018.
You're asking the wrong person because I don't use Apple products, mate.
I know, but like the whole phenomenon of like, you remember the time when the iPhone 10 came out? It's like, we're updating the phone, no more headphone jack. It was like kind of an outrage. It's like, why the fuck would you get rid of the headphone jack?
and now people are like, think they're better than people when they don't have a headphone jack in their phone.
There's no way someone has like a superiority complex because they don't have a headphone jack, right?
Dude, people show off their AirPods all the time. Like, what do you mean?
I mean, I have my Galaxy Buds. I wouldn't say I show them off per se, but like they certainly are very handy. I think about to advertise these right quick. Okay, so it's you charge.
Don't do that. Don't.
Okay, let me finish. You charge the carrying case, right? And then you put the Galaxy Pods in there, and they fit very nice. They have like magnets, so they don't.
Yeah.
They just fit in really nice.
Just like AirPods.
They charge fast, but it's like 5 or 6 hours of battery life, which is fine. And it's like seamless. You put them in your ear, boom, they are connected instantly.
Boom.
And there's like touch controls on them, like you could pause them. If you hold them, you can turn the volume up and down. Very. So make sure to pick up your Samsung Galaxy Pods today.
I hate like wireless buds. Like, don't get me.
What's wrong with them?
No, I mean like the ones that are connected with a wire are fine,
Hmm.
but I'm talking about the ones where they're just the buds, because those will easily get
These
lost.
are just the buds.
Those will easily get lost, mate.
Well, you know me, I lose shit all the time, but I've had these since like June. Still.
You know who would never wear those?
Who?
Peter Quill.
I think he'd come around.
You know who would also never wear them?
Who?
Mario. Coincidence? I think not.
Well, they stay in your ear fine. I think Mario could jump around and they stay in nice and snug.
The only earbuds he'd wear are Raycon wireless earbuds.
Oh my god. I don't. What is the worst ad placement on YouTube?
Honestly, don't know either.
I don't mind VPN ads. Raycons are pretty bad. Of course, you got the Raid Shadow Legends. That's always bad, but
I don't know what you mean, mate. Like these are the same earbuds that Snoop Dogg uses.
you know damn well Snoop Dogg does not use his Raycons.
I use these earbuds when I sleep, eat, and drink, and you can wear them too.
I wear them in the shower, on my commute to work driving.
I wear them when I'm swimming,
I wear them during sexual intercourse,
when I'm scuba diving,
when I'm watching a movie but I want to listen to Future.
when I'm hunting for buck, but I want to listen to Future.
That's such a weird vibe. Hunting with Future. What the fuck? It does not work.
It's so funny.
I'm sure it's been done before, but back on topic.
Yeah, just in case you didn't know, Karen Gillan reprised her role as Nebula in this film.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yep. Nebula was a
Oh,
very
shit.
meanie. I actually didn't know the story behind why Nebula is a robot and Gamora is a normal human, not human being, but being in general.
Right.
I actually didn't know the story behind that. I just sometimes siblings just look different, So you just don't question it.
Yeah, this is a Marvel movie. You don't have to question anything.
Yeah, so getting their backstory was fun because that's one thing that I actually didn't know.
And they learn to not like each other, but tolerate each other.
Yeah.
There's a few instances where Nebula saves Gamora, and vice versa. Everyone, this whole movie is about redemption arcs, basically.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Yondu. Yondu is probably the best character. Yondu and Drax, I think, were my favorite parts of the movie. But yeah, Yondu had a big arc in this movie.
Yeah, he did. I think. Well, it's not. It was an arc that was started in the last movie, but it got more time. It got the main role in here. He was like, okay, I'm going to help Peter out now.
Yeah.
Which is always nice to see.
It was a nice self-sacrifice, and kind of I was your dad the whole time, which is really cool.
It's funny that Peter never got the joke where he's like, yeah, you can crawl into things from thieving, and if you don't do it, I'll eat you. It's funny that he never knew that was a joke. And that he actually cared for him.
Right.
Did you like the visuals in here?
Oh man, sorry, I had a crazy burp that was building up. Visuals. Yeah. I like the little planet they were on that held the celestial brain that they blew up, or Baby Groot blew up. I think Baby Groot works as a dibby. It's he's cute. He's like a minion. It works.
Yes.
I usually find those Dibby type characters very annoying, but I didn't like. Okay, it annoyed me at first from the first battle with that monster, with the music going on and like Baby Groot's just like dancing around.
That actually didn't annoy me. That felt the most James Gunn I've seen James Gunn do.
Oh God. But with you saying that, yeah, like his style certainly does come out more in this movie than I felt was in the first one.
Mm-hmm.
What was the point I was making before that?
Groot.
Oh yeah. I like Baby Groot. Like I didn't like Groot, but I like Baby Groot. But we know probably got Guardians 3. We're gonna get like Teenage Groot, or we already have Teenage Groot in like a later MCU movie. Spoilers.
Yeah.
I forget which one.
I mean, the next time they show up, or
Infinity War.
I think, yeah, Infinity War, but I think also at the end of Thor, right? Or is that after?
I haven't seen Ragnarok.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't either, but at the beginning, aren't they with them, I think? Or is it after Infinity War?
I know Thor eventually joins the Guardians of the Galaxy.
No, they get them after Thanos beats them up. That's when they join up. Okay, yeah.
Which is weird to
Spoilers.
think about. Yeah. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves, which I think I'm gonna get a lot ahead of myself when we talk about Homecoming.
Yeah,
for sure. But yeah, there's a lot that worked a lot more for me than the first Guardians film, and I like it more than I thought I would. It's been a few years since I've seen it, and it's grown on me. I liked it a lot more this time around. And it's just weird to me that as good of a movie I think it is, it's just weird that J-Mash doesn't like this one.
yeah, that's so weird.
Like, I think he straight up just doesn't like it.
Like, does he not like it compared to the rest of the Marvel films, or just compared to the first Guardians? Is it the placing of the film?
Someone can comment this, but I think it was like episode 23 or 24 where he's like, he just didn't care for it. Like,
Wow.
not even like a comparison to the first Guardians, which he said he didn't like as much as Guardians 1, but he just... Yeah, I think I remember exactly what he said. He said, there's one that he flat out doesn't like, which is Captain Marvel, and there's one he's very unsure about. And I was like, oh, is it like what? Black Panther? What is it? He's like, Guardians 2. I'm like, what? That seems like the least thing you would say you're like super on the fence about, or just like very unsure about. But
maybe it's because I haven't been watching a lot of Marvel stuff with you guys. But I really enjoyed this film. Even like even compared to the next film that we watched, I think I like this one more.
I like Guardians 2 more than Homecoming.
Yeah.
Yeah, fun film. It's not the best. It's not the best I think the MCU has to offer either, but it was like, it was very entertaining. This is more of a Guardians film than I feel Guardians 1 was. And of course we get to see them later down the line, but I'm excited to see them again because I've pretty much forgotten most of Infinity War, I think. And on that note, I'm gonna give this a 7 out of 10.
Oh, wow. I actually scored this higher than you.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, but yeah, same thing you said. I like this more than the first one and had more time to breathe. The story wasn't too complicated, and that might have made you question the runtime a bit, but I think the character interactions and everything made up for the runtime itself.
Yeah.
And all the jokes that were being said.
I think from here on out, Marvel, it's just like, it's 2 hours plus every movie now.
Yeah.
But, which sucks, because I did feel a bit of a drag in this movie. Like, during the middle part, it started to become sort of a slog to get.
I felt it in the next one. But I gave this an 8 out of 10.
Nice.
Yeah. What'd you get the first one?
Like a 3.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so this is like a huge improvement to me.
Okay, for the first one, I gave a 6 out of 10. So this is a two-part jump right here. So not that much, but it was able to get rid of some of the flaws that the first one had.
Yeah, there were some major missteps that I felt too corrected. Yeah,
Hmm.
or just did, or the ideas carried over. They translated way better. Like they were presented in the first one, but the second one executed them much better. um,
Yeah,
and yeah, that's Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I think so far. This might be the best villain.
the best villain.
Yeah,
Oh man,
thus far.
I'd have to agree with you because I can't even think of any. The only two I can think of are like Ronan and Ultron. So I'm like, yeah, you know what? This probably is the best villain.
Ultron's pretty bad. The villain, I forget his name, and Winter Soldier was pretty good too. But
Was there a villain in Winter Soldier? Oh wait.
well, obviously,
Yeah, my bad. I was thinking of Civil War. I
he.
was like, wait, what?
Well, I guess Tony Stark's the bad guy in Civil War.
It depends whose perspective you're thinking about it from.
Oops, I guess I just told my side. Now I think fucking Hawkeye's the villain.
Yeah, fuck Hawkeye.
Yeah. I think that's J Mash's favorite for some fuck all reason.
Listen, J-Mash, if you watch this, if you want to talk about the Hawkeye series, we can, mate. Just,
No,
let me know.
Don't even
Let me know.
Don't even waste your time putting that shit on this channel.
Just- we'll do all the Marvel series as well, guys. Don't worry.
You guys better hide that series unlisted just for people with a link to see it. Because if I see it, I'm terminating the channel most likely.
We'll do every single Marvel series known to man that they make. WandaVision, Loki, Falcon and Winter Soldier, all of them. We're gonna do all of them.
From what I've heard, the only ones worth getting into on a general consensus, I don't know, I don't have an opinion, I haven't watched any of these series, but I think the general consensus is if you don't want to waste your time, WandaVision and maybe Loki.
Yeah, I've only heard good things about Loki.
But the Winter Soldier one, Hawkeye, isn't there another one I'm missing? I guess What If isn't really.
Oh yeah, What If? I saw the first 2 or 3 episodes of What If recently.
What if these nuts? What about that scenario?
Speaking of Guardians, actually, one of the What If episodes where what if Chitala became Star-Lord? That was an interesting episode.
Wasn't there one that was what if Captain America was a zombie or some shit?
Yeah, Marvel Zombies. I think that was the last episode, so I haven't gotten to that one yet.
Okay.
But yeah, that was one of them. No, the first one was what if Peggy got the serum and became Captain America? Or I guess Miss England or whatever they called her. I can't remember.
Now that we're in kind of the intermission phase, I'll tell the audience and you my tragic story that happened today. So I had what brand was it? I think it's DiGiorno. You know the Rising Crust series?
Mm-hmm.
So I got that. It has the cheese inside of the crust. And, I cooked it. I baked it. And I was cutting it up. Maybe a little bit too close. Well, definitely maybe too close to the edge of wherever I was cutting. And it just flipped over. Got on my sweatpants, got on my socks, got all over the floor.
Oh, God.
It was a pepperoni massacre.
I would have cried, mate.
The whole pizza You know, I had just finished cutting it up, so it's all in pieces. It's not even like as a whole. It's just a pizza pepperoni massacre. So yeah, it's a it's a tragedy, man. It's rip pizza.
I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. That would have killed me. Like I would have I would have gotten demotivated to do anything else for like the next 2 days.
It did. I mean, it didn't stop me in that way, but it pissed me off. Like there was so much rage within me. I'm like, how the fuck did this happen? It was a perfectly good, a really good pizza.
Uh-huh.
It's got like over 2.5 feet of cheese in the crust. All right, all of that.
I would have been so sad.
And the worst part is like it got all over the thing I was wearing at the time too, all over the floor. So not only do I have like no pizza, it's just everywhere, and I had to clean it up and clean. It's It's like I hate shit. I just hate shit that happens. But we're here now. We're having a good time. But I just thought I'd share that little funny anecdote.
Here's a fun story that's not really fun. That can be a good segue. Okay.
Okay.
So
Down.
last night I'm like, okay, I gotta watch Homecoming for Skrillz. So we
Oh,
can.
let me just tell the audience, this guy had a whole week. I've been telling him since Monday.
I've been busy doing things. All right.
Busy too, mate. Busy too. Okay, we'll let him finish.
Gotta watch Homecoming for Skrillz so we can do this episode, and for me as well. I'm like, all right, let's turn on UK Netflix because it was on there earlier this week. It should be on there now. It's not on there. Damn it. Okay.
No way, cause I just watched it the night prior.
It's not on there. It's not on there.
Hold on, hold
Like,
on,
okay,
hold the phone.
no, hold up. Let me finish. Let me finish. I was like, okay. What else? What other region can it be on? I'm not sure. They said Google said Australia Netflix might have it. I'm like, bet. I guess I'll try Australia next.
Mm-hmm.
It's not on there. I'm like, oh fuck. Do I gotta rent this movie right quick to watch it? So I'm like,
contacted me, bro. I think it's
I'm
on
like,
Prime.
I like go over to DirecTV to see if I can watch it anywhere.
Yeah.
No, it's on Stars, and we don't have that channel. I'm like, fuck. Okay. Damn, am I really going to rent this on Amazon? Am I really going to rent this? But then something else.
What's
Google
the Hail
also.
Mary? What's the Hail Mary to this story?
Nope, it's just no Hail Mary. Google also said, "Hey, how about you try France France Netflix?" And I was like, "Bet." Okay, this is a last ditch effort. I've randomly tried Japan, Ireland. I've tried a lot of stuff, so let's do this. I click it. All the Spider-Man are on there. I got so lucky.
Wait. Which region?
Oh, France.
Oh, France. Okay. That's weird because they must have just.
Yeah.
Because I had just watched it the night prior.
Yeah, because all the websites that say like where to watch stuff, all of them say they should be available on UK and Australia Netflix, and they're just not on there now. I'm like, for fuck's sakes, mate.
I totally believe Scooter, but I just had to do my own investigative work right quick. Because that just blows my mind. Like I know Netflix takes off titles, but like
Yeah, we we literally just checked it the other day.
okay, they got the Amazing Spider-Man. I'm seeing the Sam Raimi trilogy too. Let's see. Yeah, Homecoming's on here, bro.
Dog, I did not see it last night.
It's right here.
Netflix must have been messing with me, mate. It must have been messing with me.
Shrek.
It must have been messing with me, mate. I searched for it and everything, and it didn't come up. None of them came up. None of them came. Only the France Netflix had it come up.
Well, Netflix kind of does a weird thing where you have to go into another profile and then log out of that one, then go back into yours for it to like activate. So maybe
No,
yours.
no, they all activated. Because like whenever I went into the UK, it was like the top 10 in the UK, Raising Dion. I don't care for that.
I don't even know what that is.
Some superhero show on Netflix. But yeah, well, the stories aside,
Sneakerella? we do have to discuss that one once it drops.
we are going to have to watch that once it drops.
Oh, they got
But
Teen Titans Go on here.
oh yeah, that's right. I have seen the Teen Titans Go movie recently.
And the last Airbender movie.
I've seen the Teen Titans Go movie recently and Teen Titans Go versus Teen Titans. And it was a good 2.5 movie. Out of 5, 2.5 out of 5. It was alright.
Is that the one with the Lil Yachty in it?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like, it was alright.
Oh, they got the Lego Batman movie on here. I've seen that one. That's a good one, actually. From what I
haven't seen that one, actually.
From what I remember it being really, really good.
I think they're all on, like, I watched them on Max, so I think they're all on Max as well.
Oh, we gotta cover the Kung Fu Panda trilogy too, eventually.
God damn it.
Oh, they got Despicable Me 1 and 2. They got... What? How do you have Despicable Me 1 and 2 and not have Minions? This is bullshit.
Can we go to Homecoming now? I had the perfect story segue to switch over to Homecoming.
They have
And
Sponge
we're not
Out
at
of
Homecoming
Run.
yet.
They have Sponge Out of Water.
Oh, God damn it.
They have Megamind. They have Shrek. Okay, we'll look. Oh wait, they got Minecraft Story Mode.
That's on every Netflix.
Like I know. Damn, they got all 3 SpongeBob movies. And Shark Tale. Okay, well, let Scooter finish. What were you saying?
No, I was just saying I had the perfect segue to go into Homecoming, and then we just continue on this intermission without making the perfect segue into Homecoming.
Oh, so you're not gonna make the perfect segue.
We can't make the perfect segue now.
What happened?
The story's over. What do you mean? What happened?
Oh, okay. But speaking of Scooter's story from 10 minutes ago, Spider-Man Homecoming.
Yeah, speaking of Skrillz saying speaking of Spider-Man Homecoming.
I'm gonna shoot, baby. Oh wait, that's Deadpool. What's the song? Alright. Oh, let's go.
They only did that because Tom Holland is British.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, 100%.
Isn't the Ramones US?
Yeah, probably. But I feel like they always do it for like a British punk. They always play that song.
I need my soundboard to give Scooter a boo every once in a while.
Oh my god.
I need it.
I have right here in my notes. First Spider-Man I've seen in a long time. Yep. I feel like even if like this movie might not be like the greatest.
What?
I feel like Spider-Man himself just has this like intangible asset that I'm not even sure what it is, but it just makes it a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like no matter like the setting or the story or whatever, it's like it's Spider-Man. I'm gonna have a decent time.
Yeah, I think the chemistry between the characters work. I just don't think I like the characters themselves.
That's fair. That's 100% fair.
I won't argue that the chemistry doesn't work because it does work on a fundamental level, but I just don't like the characters. I mean, Tom Holland's Spider-Man's fine. Ned is probably the best thing about the new Spider-Man cast. I've kind of grown to tolerate the whole Iron Man ties because it just has to, since I've had some of the context with seeing Civil War for the first time. This is wholly an Avengers Spider-Man trilogy.
And for the people who didn't see Civil War beforehand, they definitely showed you at the beginning.
Yeah.
Did you like this video diary vlog thing that happened at the beginning?
No, it was so cheesy. And I don't like every character's like, this is awesome, totally tubular, like that whole. This is so, it just feels like so Reddit. I don't know, like the whole. It's like Reddit the movie a lot of the times, and like MJ's personality is just like I've liked the character she's become eventually, but the character in Homecoming is just like such a bad character. It's like not even a character at all. It's like I'm this quirky person. I don't care about anything. It's like not how anyone acts. It's how a middle school girl would like to act but doesn't actually carry out. It's just so weird. I don't know.
Yeah, I put in here in my notes. I said Tom Holland plays the role of a kid very well for somebody in their 20s. I think it was like 20 when this one came out, right? Or was he like 18 or something?
So apparently he's 15, not the actor, but Peter Parker's 15 in this movie, and Tom Holland's 26 now. The movie came out in 2017. So 21. 2020.
Yeah, I was like, he plays a kid really well for somebody in his 20s.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, the whole cast, look like high schoolers, even though they were in their early 20s.
This is also the first Spider-Man where we actually see him doing a lot of high school stuff.
Yeah, and that's something I've come around to enjoy. It's like, yeah, this is the Peter Parker kid, high schooler. That it's been the most realistically portrayed, I could say. Tobey Maguire
Spider-Man was in high school.
Yeah, it did not feel like it though. So this is a 30-year-old man.
After he slam dunked on everybody, that was like one of the last high school scenes he saw.
Yeah. But yeah, this one does it feels right. In some aspects, it does Spider-Man perfectly good, but it's just my own personal taste that I don't like how some of the comedy works, because you have to admit, this is like a comedy first movie, second hero movie secondly. At least that's how I see it. And most of the humor doesn't work. Like it's a feel good movie. It feels good to watch. It's got a good vibe, but it's like it's entertaining, but it's not like when this came out at the time, it was like what everybody was talking about. It's like, oh, this is the best Spider-Man, blah blah blah. And maybe some people still hold that opinion, but I am not one of those people. And I think after everything's settled, it's not a great Spider-Man movie, but it does the job, I think. And like I said, the chemistry between the characters works really well. I do like Ned. I always did like Ned. He is like the perfect sidekick. Especially, you haven't seen No Way Home, but
I have not seen No Way Home.
He's gonna be a much more integral part of the MCU, I feel like, down the road. I
think I don't know, when it came to me in this story, like I don't think I liked the story that well, but it is like I think the story was fine. If this was like an hour and 40-minute film, the story would have been great, perfect, done, that's it. But this is a 2-hour and 13-minute film with scenes in it that did not need to be in it, I feel like.
I think I'm more inclined to agree with you, but I didn't really feel this movie's length that much. There were points where it's like some of the montages of him like chasing down the arms dealers and stuff like that. I like checked the time. I'm like, oh shit, there's like an hour 45 minutes left in this movie. You know, stuff like that was jarring, but ultimately, I mean, I don't think it was like too detrimental to its like enjoyment of it. I think it was an all right length.
Yeah. Okay. For me personally, when I felt like it was coming to a fall in action, and I'm like, okay, I'll pause it for a little bit, and I'm gonna go get something to drink. But it's probably almost over now. I checked the time. I'm only an hour in the film, and I'm like, oh my goodness.
was
Oh
it
my.
was it around the ferry scene where it got like split in half?
Yeah, I think
But
so. I
yeah,
think so.
that is like exactly an hour in the movie, and it's kind of like, damn, isn't this the client? Like, isn't this like the kind of the ending battle?
Yeah.
But nope. Oh, I wanted to ask you, did you see that plot twist coming, where Liz's dad was, the Vulture?
No, but I wasn't
It didn't
surprised.
really get you. Okay.
I wasn't surprised, but I will say Tom Holland's facial expressions when he saw him, it was great.
Yeah.
I really liked his facial expressions from like that point onwards. It was great.
I should have seen it coming, but the first time watching it, it did catch me by surprise. I'm like, oh shit, that's perfect, because from the very start, you see that he has such a strong love interest
Mhm.
in Liz, so it's like, oh cool, he's gonna, you know, be a teenager a little bit and get the girl, but it all ties in with him being Spider-Man as well, with her
Mhm.
dad being the Vulture, which also gotta say, also a really strong villain. Yeah, I like this villain too.
Yeah, I didn't like how easily he became with killing people because that the first Shocker was his first person he killed. And after that, because he looked confused, he's like, "Oh shit! I thought this was the anti-gravity gun." He's like,
Right.
"Oh, that shit's over there." So like afterwards, he's like, "No, I'm just gonna fucking kill Spider-Man now," and I'm like, "Oh, okay, that's a jump."
Yeah, I guess that is a little silly, but I guess it's because
Oh,
I like Michael Keaton a lot.
yeah. Oh, and for those of you who do not know, Marissa Tomei plays the role of Aunt May in this film. Just thought I'd let you guys know, just in case you didn't know. There you go.
Stunning and brave, stunning and brave,
Stunning and stunning
stunning and stunning.
and brave.
Oh man, you're gonna be crushed.
I mean, I know what happens, but I probably will be. I 100% will be. It's not. I'm not gonna hide back the tears. I'm gonna come into the podcast crying. I guess come into meme chat because y'all already did the No Way Home.
Right.
I'm gonna come into meme chat crying. I'm like, I can't believe that happened, guys.
um, another pretty big problem, like with you discussing the length too, is like, I think they shot their load way too early on Spider-Man. Like they showed too much of Spider-Man, which you haven't seen Far From Home yet.
Hmm.
They've done so much with Spider-Man from the jump that there's like just like nothing for Spider-Man to really do in Far From Home. Like the whole angle of Far From Home is like, oh, they can't find out my identity. That's like the only interesting thing about it, and a little bit more ties with um, what's it called? Nick Fury's. Anyway, but there's just a lot less for Spider-Man to do in Far From Home. It felt a little empty, which I think you might feel once we come around to that. But I just like, especially seeing all of the Spider-Mans now with Tom Holland, I feel like they shot their load way too early with this one. Which can be great because you get a very solid Spider-Man movie, but if you get this very solid Spider-Man movie, you're gonna have like a lackluster middle child, which I feel like Far From Home really is. And then you get another great kind of finale with No Way Home. Shit.
I guess I gotta wait to see Far From Home because for right now I'm like, there's still kind of more they can do. It depends on like what villains they introduce, type of everything. Well, I know it's gonna be mysterious, so uh, yeah, it all just depends on how it goes. I would rather stuff play more into Peter than play more into Spider-Man, in my opinion. I rather
yeah,
I
and
don't know.
there's a lot more. There's a lot more at stake with Peter's identity for sure in Far From Home. Like it's a
Mhm.
very integral part of it. It's like
Not
the
just his
main.
identity though.
It's
I kind of like how this one did it, where it's like oh, his girlfriend's dad is the villain. I'm not necessarily the MJ's dad should be the villain, definitely not. But like I don't know, something else kind of similar to that, like someone close to him becomes a villain, or something like that.
yeah,
I'm not really sure.
which is kind of which is like uh is already like in the comics. Ned becomes a villain,
Hmm.
which is crazy. And it could happen. It could happen.
Could happen.
Once you see No Way Home, you could see that possibility open up,
Yeah. I
which
don't
is
even. All
so
right.
wild.
So, oh god, this has nothing to do with Homecoming. I'm sorry. I'm gonna ask this question anyway, though. Do you think No Way Home holds up if they didn't include the other Spider-Man in there? Do you think they're integral to
I
the plot?
They're integral to the plot because once you see the movie, they kind of show Tom Holland's Peter, the way of like being a more mature Spider-Man, like growing
Mhm.
into Spider-Man because he is Spider-Boy here. He's
Oh yeah,
Spider-Boy.
100%.
Um,
In this one, yeah, 100%.
yeah, no, up to all the Avengers ones and up to uh, Far From Home. He's still in high school, but No Way Home is showing that transition into being, a responsible Spider-Man. So it was important for the other Spider-Man to be included into the film, but they're more of like the icing on the cake rather than like the base that makes the movie great.
Okay, all right.
But of course, it would take a lot away from it if they were not in the movie at all. But
Mhm.
they're not the most important thing, and you'll see that once you get to No Way Home.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know.
But yeah, I would say if you did away with like kind of those plot elements, I mean, yeah, it would hold up on its own, but like the story wouldn't make much sense, I guess, or
Mhm.
it just makes sense for those Spider-Man. As outlandish as it is, it makes sense why they're there. Um, and you'll see, like, it's so weird because this Spider-Man is the most lighthearted one that you're gonna get, and it's fun. It has a fun atmosphere to it, where it's kind of like it's just kind of drab from here on out. Every other Spider-Man title,
Uh,
yeah.
okay. Yeah. I'm just gonna have to wait to watch them because I can't see them being a drab. Because I don't know, just seeing Spider-Man just fight villains is always fun. He has
I meant like the
such an
tonal
the sound
shift.
itself.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it gets a lot more serious.
Okay.
And
Yeah. I guess that would be a problem.
it's like, why show off this like really fun, you know, carefree Spider-Man entry, and then it's like everything else is like these ultimatums that are just huge. It is kind of, it feels a little inconsistent in that regard.
Yeah, because well, the second one happens after Endgame, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
All right. And that's why people already knew, oh, Spider-Man's gonna be okay, because they already announced the film beforehand.
right. And like even from the very next one, the sequel, it's like Peter recovering from like a PTSD of Iron Man. It's like, damn, it's Iron Man's death.
Yeah.
And then 3 gets even more, drab. It's just crazy. Like I don't know. It just feels inconsistent tonally.
Yeah, I
Whereas
would have loved it to be more neighborhoody. Like this one, kind of, it felt like the town itself is a part of Spider-Man. Like he wouldn't be him, like without this town, without him like being here, the school, like everything just kind of like
yeah,
connected to Peter and made him who he is.
right. And did I remember the scene, but I don't remember exactly. This is kind of off topic, but Danny Glover's character, was that the post credit scene? I just skipped the post credit. I think it was the post credit scene. Did you see the post credit scene?
The only post credit, I don't think there was a. The only one I remember is when they show Vulture in jail and they're like, "Oh, we heard a rumor that you know Spider-Man's identity." It's like he would have already been dead if I knew his identity. Like, shut up, dude.
Oh, well, there's one scene where Danny Glover's character, how he's tied to his trunk, and Peter said, that wears off in a couple of hours. Where there's a scene but I don't remember seeing the scene. I just saw the movie, but there's a scene, I swear, where he calls up. He's like, "Yeah, Miles, it's gonna be a while before I make it home," and that's supposedly Miles Morales' uncle. So it already
No,
has that.
it's not supposedly. It is.
Well, yeah, but it already showed that tied from the get go. So I'm wondering when they're gonna introduce Miles Morales.
Yeah, that's a good question as well. And a lot of people have been saying, Tom Holland's been talking about he does want to have a little bit of a break after No Way Home, so maybe they could.
Yeah,
For
they could.
4?
They could definitely fit in a new Spider-Man, but not like
Yeah.
replacing Tom Holland, but just like another side story, obviously.
Oh man, I feel like we've been talking about Spider-Man itself and not just Homecoming.
I mean, there's not much like it's just
Yeah, there's really not much to
there's
say
not much to
about
say. It's a
Homecoming.
solid movie.
Yeah.
I'm always harsh on this one. Like if you know me and my taste in movies, I've always been harsh towards Homecoming. But I mean, I've kind of come around where I don't mind it really. So, 6 out of 10 for me for this one.
Yeah. I said, it's a decent coming of age story. Like nobody in here really matters outside of Peter, though. I think that's my only gripe with it. Like nobody really matters except for Peter, and of course, like Peter's dynamics towards other people, but the people themselves don't really matter. So I guess I'd agree with you.
Well,
I said 7 out of 10.
you start seeing that kind of as Tony Stark kind of fills in that Uncle Ben bond, and you see that start to develop even more. Well, you saw it initially in Civil War, but it gets even more so to where Peter's devastated after Endgame.
I am happy that this wasn't an origin story, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I put in my notes. I said, people know Spider-Man origin stories like they know how to use forks. Like you don't think about it, you just know it. You know?
Yeah, and even that scene, where they're walking past the bank, the crime scene that happened the night before. And like just in passing, Peter talks about the spider bite, but it doesn't go into any detail or how it happened.
Yeah.
But we know that he got bit by a spider, and like that he didn't have to explain it further, which I like. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, they did it right, but not just like going into how he became Spider-Man. He's just Spider-Man from the get-go.
Yeah, because that was one of the failed things they tried to do in the Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Was they tried to give this like overarching origin backstory for Peter, like, oh, your parents were these amazing people. Oh man, you got to find out who these guys are.
Yeah. And like like the guy who robbed the gas station or convenience store or whatever, and Uncle Ben's like, hey, and then just gets shot. It's like,
And then you
so much
see,
worse.
then you see sad Peter skating in an alleyway.
Uncle Ben, what the heck?
Oh no,
Dude, are you okay? Bruh, that wound is looking sus.
yo, Uncle Ben, don't die.
Yeah.
Yo, Uncle Ben, we should have been in a wrestling ring together. This would have been really funny.
Bruh, you look mad dead right now.
You look mad dead.
No cap. But
Wow, Uncle Ben, you good?
this is the part of the show where we ramble.
Yeah. We tend to do that a lot.
How long have we been going for?
It's been an hour 8.
Jesus Christ.
Or is that 6? I can't tell.
How come we have... It's like so natural for us to like end whatever podcast around the same time. I never understand how that happens. But it works. So yeah, we hope you enjoyed the episode. Make sure to rate us on Spotify because you could do that now. That helps out. That helps out a lot, I think. I'm not sure. I think it helps. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, rate us on Spotify. I hope you enjoyed this episode. And next episode, we're gonna be talking about. What are we gonna talk about, Scooter?
I know we're talking about... Oh, I actually do remember.
What?
Thor Ragnarok and Black Panther.
So the next episode is gonna be the next MCU or another?
Oh.
Because we Scooter and I have been planning, since J-Mash is gonna be in jail for a while. We have been planning to.
Yeah, I just meant the next MCU thing, but if we're doing something else, the next MCU stuff will be on Thor Ragnarok and Black Panther.
Black Panther, yeah.
But we can do Smiling Friends because I do kind of want to watch that.
Okay. I just usually like to let the audience know what to watch if they want to like hear the stuff. So yeah, next episode, Smiling Friends, I guess.
Yeah.
The first season. I don't even know how many episodes are in the first.
I think 8 to 10. One of them, probably 10.
I don't think it's that much. Actually, I think it's like 6.
Is it?
I think so. Bye.
Oh yeah. Peace. We don't have anybody to say mash out.
Well, I mean, we don't want any ties with criminals.
Yeah, that's true. That is